I'm about to react to I Spent 24 Hours with Steven Seagal. This is the latest video about Steven, and I can't wait to react and give you my commentary on it. If this is your first time on the channel, I'm elmoviemaster. If you like movies and reactions and anything that revolves entertainment, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It really helps. Anyways, let's get into the video.
It's 10:30 a.m. in Dubai, and I'm about to have breakfast with Steven Seagal in this luxury hotel.
I had no idea what to expect. All I had was this message from somebody who claimed to be Steven's assistant.
Hello, we're meeting a friend for breakfast here.
But as I searched through the entire hotel, the man was nowhere to be found.
You see him?
He's a ghost.
Maybe this was all just a scam to kidnap me.
Where is he?
Luckily, I brought my brother Oliver along as my bodyguard.
Maybe we should go inside and look. I think he would meet us in the reception.
That's when a security guard suddenly approached us.
For Mr. Seagal?
Yes.
Turns out, Steven Seagal eats breakfast in his private suite, and this man was gonna escort us all the way up.
Good morning.
Ah, there he is!
And there he was, the martial arts legend, Steven Seagal, known for breaking the bones of men and the hearts of women. This was a dream come true, because I used to make my own action movies as a kid. And now I was gonna spend a full day eating, training and learning from Steven Seagal himself. Finishing off with a 5-star dinner in the world's tallest building. Plus, he's gonna teach Oliver the same kick he taught Anderson Silva and Lyoto Machida.
Ah, the famous kick.
This is good stuff.
Get ready to see Steven Seagal like you've never seen him before.
He loves doing that.
So, I would show some of the technique in the movies, but most of the real, what we call uraden, we kept secret, until now. But then you try to talk to people, and they'll go, well, this stuff that you really do, it's so dangerous. How many times can you rip someone's throat out in a practice? Sir, we don't rip out your throat, we don't rip out your eyes. Just as in karate, we don't blow out your skull, you stop.
Just the way he pronounces karate, it's like karate. He loves doing that. Anyway.
Yeah.
But the difference is we're very careful who we teach this stuff.
Turns out, Sensei Seagal had mastered a secret style of jujutsu while residing in Japan. This is what the samurai warriors used on the battlefield. But it's the complete opposite of modern jujutsu, because rule number 1 is to avoid the ground.
When people say all fights end up on the ground, they are incorrect. 90% of the fights that I know end standing up, with one person going horizontal. They knew if they went to the ground, they were dead, because they were on the battlefield. Right. We don't want to dive down on the ground. And just as much time as those guys spend trying to dive for your legs and get you, we spend just as much time cutting your head off or knocking you out or ripping your eyes out or ripping your throat out or severing your brainstem when you go down there, because your head and your neck will be vulnerable.
Okay, I'm not a fighter, so I'm not going to give commentary on whether or not the stuff that he's talking about is legit. But what are the chances that he actually ripped out people's throats, did all these things, you'd be in prison. So, anyway.
I don't care who you are, if you know what we know. Yeah. And I'll show you some of that stuff. So, Good morning, brother. How are you?
This is amazing. Is this what a Hollywood superstar eats on a daily basis?
This is what Japanese would eat every day. This is what a samurai would eat.
As the first Westerner to run a dojo in Japan, Sensei Seagal...
I'm looking at the food that he was eating. It looks pretty healthy. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, this is not... I'm not trying to make fun of people who are overweight, but I always make an exception with Seagal. But in order to be that big, and he's tall, he's a tall guy, that plate looked reasonable. That looks like a healthy diet. It seems like something that you would eat when you're trying to lose weight. But maybe he ordered that just to say, look, this is what I'm eating, but in reality, later I'm going to have 2 or 3 cheeseburgers. I don't know, but anyway.
Faced lots of adversity, including dojo yaburi, life or death challenges from rival martial arts schools.
there are certain very famous people who challenged me. And I said, there'll be no money involved, come with no cameras, no one's gonna see it, and there are no rules.
Did anyone accept?
No.
No. Of course not.
No, because it never
Real
happens.
someone that says, when I wake up in the morning, I am prepared to die. When I go into battle, I visualize myself as already being dead.
He loves the sound of his voice. Man, this guy's like Donald Trump. He just love talking and talking and talking and boasting, and he loves people to hear him talk and appreciate and say, yeah, I'm such a badass. I know what I'm talking about. And again, not to say that he doesn't know the art, but it's just the way he talks. It's so freaking annoying. Like, shut the hell up.
And just like that, it was time to head to the dojo.
Okay.
But first, I wanted to talk to this guy.
What is it like to be Steven Seagal's practice dummy? Is it a lot of pain?
Yeah, a lot of pain, yes.
Okay.
This is my job, kind of,
It's a very unusual job. Yeah. I'm excited.
So I'm
Let's
guessing
have
this
fun.
guy is the guy who they probably flip and
You think?
And with those words, we
Seagal
left the
likes
hotel
to-
and drove about 20 minutes
likes to
an
hit people.
amazing mixed martial arts facility
Place is huge.
where the top floor had been reserved just for us. It was time to finally feel the power of Steven Seagal.
This kind of a strike is,
Ooh.
this is my fighting pose.
Yeah.
And from here, I might do this. I've already killed you, but I have this now. From here, I have this. From here, come around here, brother. And look here, we break it. This is snap off.
And I can't
And
move.
then from here, I can move him around from here. This is good stuff.
here's the thing. And again, I'm not a fighter, but yes, all that stuff is legit. Those are things from Aikido, and I've seen it in other demonstrations. Those are all real moves. The thing is, think about it. Who's going to give you your hand like that? It's very unlikely, that someone's going to, unless someone's slapping you, but it's just very slim, Of course, if he's grabbing you like this, he can do whatever he wants. It's for demonstration and looks cool. But most people are going to be punching. Or he's going to force his, to go like this, No. But anyway.
You can also walk him around like this.
Yep.
Come down to here like this. Punches, and I throw him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go, I snap his arm off. Down the street,
Yeah.
Look what he said. If he doesn't go, his arm will snap off. He knows what he's doing. So it's a dance because the other guy, the guy who they showed previously, that's the guy who works for Steven Seagal. When he does that thing that makes the guy flip, the other guy needs to know how to do that. A regular person out on the street will not know how to flip. So again, it doesn't translate to the real world. If you were to grab the guy's arm and you were super fast, maybe the other guy doesn't know what he's doing, then yeah, you would probably snap his arm off. But again, it's just, in the real world, it wouldn't look like that. It wouldn't look as flashy. It looks cool for the cameras, for movies, but in real life, it doesn't work that way.
people normally will not punch you like this.
Right.
They normally won't punch you like this. They'll punch you like this.
Haymaker,
right?
kind of.
That's right.
Yeah.
So as he comes, you'll notice something very different.
Uh-huh.
This in sword is called ukinagash. So when the sword comes down, I'll show you
Yep.
him. You see the sword?
Yep.
This is a sword.
Ah.
This is when I suddenly realized what we were actually practicing. Because up until this point, I thought he was just showing us random brutal techniques. But it turns out, these movements were meant to be used with a sword. Because if a samurai lost his weapon on the battlefield, he could use the exact same movement patterns with his empty hands.
Kicking.
That is true, and I mentioned this in another video. That the art of Aikido comes from the samurai times. It comes from someone being disarmed, and you could use that to your advantage. The thing that he did right now with the hand, that could probably be used. You can probably, if you're quick enough, you can move someone out of the way. So there are techniques, there are things in Aikido that can be used, but it's minimal. All that stuff of flipping people, it wouldn't happen in real life. And it doesn't take a martial artist. People in the comments section, because I know there's a lot of people who love Steven Seagal, they're going to hate on me, saying, if you're not a martial artist, then why are you giving commentary on it? Because it's common sense. Like, bro, look at the guy who was working for him. He does the flip because he knows how he has to fall in order not to have his hand broken. And that's part of the show. That's part of the demonstration. That will not happen in real life because a normal person would not know how to fall. Anyway.
Yes.
Downstairs, I wish you were there. But these guys said, wow, I know the guys that you talked that front kick to. No one could see it. No one can see it because it's different. For example, if you're here
Yeah.
and I wind up and do a big kick,
Yeah.
you'll see it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But what I try to do, you know, is a kick where you don't see it.
Ah.
It's more like a spear.
Just like the arms could be used as swords, the legs can be used as spears. Just like the samurai.
Yeah, just don't
I'll
let-
take only one thing back. I'm surprised that Seagal can actually raise his leg up that high. But that takes a lot of energy for a guy of his size.
your knee. Put your foot straight there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Different, isn't
So
it?
from the hip more,
Yes.
more than the knee.
And don't push him. Cut him.
Yeah, because you don't
Did you
show.
see the light go on when he got
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
And I imagine like if I keep my posture the same,
Yeah.
you won't see anything.
Yeah, you don't lift up like this. Spear. We have another technique that comes from sword. Wow. When the strike comes, this is the sword. And I'm hitting here, here, or here. With this side or this side, doesn't matter. So when I punch, I'm not doing this.
No.
I'm,
Yeah.
you feel the difference?
Yes.
So he's doing this.
Yes.
I'm doing this.
Whoa! Yeah, you can't tell when you're looking. It's
No.
way different when you feel it.
But it reminds me of the kick. Because the kick is also, there's no telegraph. You can't really see it until it's too late.
From the sword stuff, as he comes, this is the Tentochi, this is heaven and earth. But the
I'm
old
not familiar,
style,
by the way, with these two guys, but it seems like they're martial artists. Like they know, they understand what Seagal's telling them, and they seem to have a martial arts background. So you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. They seem to have, their channel has a lot of subscribers and a lot of views. This particular video has a lot of views, the one I'm reacting to right now. So they're in very good shape, and they seem to know what they're talking about. And as for Seagal, like what he's telling them right now, that technique with the kick, you know, it may work, you know, but I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anybody here who knows about, you know, martial arts, I don't think that comes from Aikido. It may come from Muay Thai or from another art. You know, some of the stuff that he talks about may come from Judo, but I don't think it comes from Aikido because there's not that many kicks. It's mostly a lot of flips and a lot of throws. So, but anyway.
that strike. Or we're striking, planting on the foot, grabbing the throat, striking with this.
Yeah. Can you try that on Oliver so he can feel it? Because
It doesn't matter how you come from here.
Yeah.
I have you here,
Yeah.
here, here.
Yeah.
You can feel
Yeah.
what would happen.
You need to try that in your next fight.
Would that even be legal?
Some of it's not.
Yeah,
No,
that's
exactly.
the
And you
thing.
can't do the finger stuff either.
You can supposedly if you have all of them.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of them are legal, but they never do it.
No.
No.
Let's take a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have to fight somebody,
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because he said, let's take a break. He got tired. Wait a minute.
fight his style.
Is that
Right. Yes.
that's a fucking fan? He has a little fan. I think that's a fan.
Fight his style.
Right. Yes.
You
Yeah, it is
always
a
will
fan.
break his rhythm and his timing so that he can't fight his style.
We teach all the beginners to find a rhythm, to find a certain rhythm. But then at some point you need to learn how to break the rhythm. So you don't...
To break their rhythm.
Yeah.
And not let them break your rhythm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, when you're the aggressor, it's pretty hard for them to break your rhythm. In our style, we are completely offensive. Completely aggressive. We don't wait and watch and try to get them tired. We don't do any of that.
What do you think about that as a pro fighter, Oliver? Because usually you want to feel your opponent out.
I think it's dangerous to start to feel the other guy out
It
because
is.
because then he can impose his rhythm on
Yes.
you before you
And
get
he
a
gets
chance
to
do
attack
it.
first.
Yes.
And really, in real life, if you want to end it immediately, you have to attack first.
Yeah.
That's better.
How about in the eyes of the law? If you look like
Again, not a fighter, but that's common sense. You know, someone's going to attack you. You got to try to attack first and, defend yourself. It's just the way that Seagal talks and says, he likes being the center of attention.
how about in the eyes of the law? If you look like the
I
aggressor.
don't want to sound terrible because
Well, you're above
I
the law.
used to be a police officer.
Oh yeah, that's
There
true.
we go
but
again. I used to
I
be a
don't care
cop.
No.
about the law.
That's
have
right.
to fight,
You're
I
above the
don't care
law.
about the law.
Yeah.
I care about ending it quick. Because, for example, you go to
Okay,
punch.
break's
When your
over.
punch comes,
Yes.
if I do this, a lot of guys do this. This is
Yeah.
not real karate.
Yes.
Real karate would be more like this.
Mm.
Okay? But when you get really good, it would be like this.
All right.
That's like the spear. It's like your
Yeah,
kick.
this is square. I'm sorry, this is
Yes.
square. This is triangle. And this is circle.
Yeah, exactly.
They would always say hands, knees, elbows, feet, and dagger. So this,
Yes.
we're here. We do this a lot.
And this would actually be the dagger that a
He
samurai.
likes
That's
getting
right.
people.
And I'm coming in here and in here. Once in a while, we'll come in here. And you can feel that, right?
I can.
This, because I train it every day.
Yeah.
This, is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine if I did that in your throat.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus. That looks like a bird.
I wasn't ready, right?
Yeah, he didn't look ready.
So if he comes with these wild one on the side,
Yeah.
I'll cut the hole here and come in the throat.
Yeah.
That's a throat
You know what's
strike.
crazy
One of
is
the
that I
worst
never see
strikes I've
Seagal
seen.
fall.
Two children fighting in a karate.
He's always throwing people,
Yeah.
but never gets
Punch
thrown
the
out.
throat. She spit her mouthpiece out, walked 2 steps, and then just collapsed.
Did she die or?
No, she was carried out on a
Stretcher.
stretcher. Yeah. And it was just
But
This-
that's what
this-
we do.
yeah.
Everything we do is here.
Yeah.
We will sever the brainstem. You will sever the brainstem. That's what happens. That's why when people, like for example, when you come to grab my leg, I'll hit you in the eyes like this on the way down.
Yeah.
As you come here, I'll hit you here. By the time you're down here, look what's exposed.
Yeah.
It's your brainstem. I don't care who you are. You're dead.
Yeah.
The only takedowns that we will do
Yeah.
that we think are nice or stuff.
Again, it's not the technique. A lot of the stuff that he's talking about does seem like legit stuff that could be used against someone who has no experience in fighting. Like me. If I were to try to attack Seagal, he would probably beat the crap out of me. But the thing is, it's just the way he talks. Like he's the shit. Like he's still the shit. This guy who's looks like he's 300 pounds.
We'll take people
Look at that
down
belly,
like
like
this.
Jesus
What
Christ.
is your method for power generation? Because I've heard so many different ways of generating power. I would
Practice,
Yeah, of course.
practice,
Yeah.
and meditation,
Oh, okay.
and Zen.
How does meditation and
Okay,
Zen?
then we're gonna have to.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
let's
here
sit
we
down.
go. Another
One of my
break.
masters once said,
Little fan.
武芸というものは雷みたいなもんということは天と地の混ざり。
You do realize they don't speak
Real
Japanese.
buge is like lightning. It is the culmination between energy between heaven and earth and an explosion when they meet.
That's
Damn,
beautiful.
Seagal getting all philosophical here.
Chi is flowing through you. So it's not
it's flowing
what
through
I would
you.
call relaxation. It's that
Seagal,
it's the lightning
Sith
already
master.
coursing through your body. It's there. That electricity is already coming out of your hands into your eyes, you know?
What wasn't it Musashi that said?
Miyamoto Musashi said,
Yeah.
make your everyday stance your fighting stance, make your fighting stance your everyday stance.
What did you just see?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Their mouth open, they were lying. And
Really.
they tell those guys, see, this is the sad thing about America. You can destroy someone's life, their legacy, their reputation just by making up lies. As soon as I spoke the truth about certain things that are happening in the world,
Yeah.
a huge campaign on a secret, very top secret level was mounted. 50
Top
people
secret.
were paid to say all kinds of things about me
Ah.
to destroy me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to put up with that.
No.
So I just left.
Really? Really? You didn't leave because of all the allegations you have against you? People out there to destroy your career when it's you who didn't accept the 7-picture movie deal with Warner Brothers because you wanted $20 million and you were being paid 12. If you adjust that for inflation, that's a lot more money. A lot more money than you could have had in the bank, Seagal. No, it's because all these people want to destroy your career. Okay.
Lama, I'm Otuku, I'm Rinpoche, and I have studied Buddhism and Zen.
There
my
he is,
whole
a
life.
little fan.
And I think that shows like in the person, even when you do like martial arts and stuff, like the way you carry yourself somehow. I think it's different. It's such different when I'm thinking about some of the fighters that I train with that have no spirituality in them at all.
60 years of
Yeah.
stuff. There's only so much I can remember and so much I can give you in one day, but
In the next video, I receive an amazing gift from Sensei Seagal. Plus, we learn his invisible punch, an incredible kick defense, and the truth about Bruce Lee.
like any other human being, he was human.
You don't want to miss this.
Okay, so there's a part 2 to this video. If you guys want me to react to the second part of this video, I'll do it. But Jesus, sometimes listening to Seagal, it's a headache. It's a headache because he loves listening to himself talk. He talks about all these people can't tell me either they're teachers and whatnot. The thing is that, again, I'm not discrediting Seagal as a martial artist. In terms of what he knows of Aikido, it seems like he knows what he's talking about. But then he just comes out talking about dueling people to death, and of which none of that happened. Because you know why it didn't happen? Because if it were true, he'd be in prison. Doesn't matter if it's not just here in America. Anywhere in the world, you kill someone, you go to jail. So, or you might say, oh, but, you know, because he's a secret, you know, CIA operative. You know, he found people to do favors for him and probably hide all that information out. Get the fuck out of here. Really, like, it's all BS. It's, you know, when it comes to that, you know, those exaggerations, all of that's BS. That's all in his mind. It's all in his mind. The whole thing of him being a cop, which he said again that he's a cop, exaggerations. He might have fought somebody, but not to the death. Like, that's what gets me upset about Seagal. It's that after a while, like, listening to him, you get annoyed because you know all of these things aren't true. So that was my reaction to I spent 24 hours with Steven Seagal. I didn't know there's a part 2. Please let me know if you guys want to see the second part. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Before I leave, I'm working on watching the Exorcist movies. And there's a franchise that didn't need so many sequels. But I'm going to be reviewing those sometime soon. And there's also a review that's supposed to have gone up for the movie Speed. I have to rework it because of copyright reasons. But that will be coming out sometime soon also. And if there's any reaction that you would like to see me do, doesn't matter, you know, if it's for a movie, an interview, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section down below. And also, if you want to see reactions to movies or a movie review, also let me know in the comment section down below. Or send me an email. It's all in the link in the description down below. Anyway, guys, see you. Until next time. Bye.